Now, as you guys saw, hot weather doesn't really combine with boxers. You can tell he's just walked like 3/4 of a mile and he's already like this. They're more of a cold weather type of dog. Today we're going to go ahead and talk about Uptown street tricks, which is the photo that I uploaded yesterday. So on this one, it was on Central Park West, on the west side of Central Park. And these guys are usually doing these tricks all over Times Square. So if you go there on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, honestly, throughout the whole day, you'll see these kids going through Times Square and doing these wheelies and everything. Usually they're doing it on bikes, but the more extreme do it on scooters and bikes and stuff like that. But if you want to see them and take a shot like that, your best bet is to go to Times Square, either during the weekend. But for that one, I was walking through Times Square, like almost halfway through Times Square, really close to Bethesda Fountain, which is going to be on my right when I'm going north on there. And on my left hand side, I saw him going by, and thankfully I had my 56 on me, which is a 84 equivalent on full frame, I believe. I had that lens on there, and I ended up taking it, and it was like a perfect, the framing of it. I actually ended up having to take about, I didn't do burst shot, I did single shots, because I usually get like clearer focus, like autofocus, when I'm doing single shots instead of like a burst shot. So for that one, I ended up taking like 5 shots, and on the 4th shot I ended up getting that framing, which I really liked, because it has a couple in the background, they're blurry, but then it has him holding the scooter, and he's only holding it on one hand, so it actually works out perfectly. But yeah, that is basically that shot. And also another thing that I want to bring up. So I have a dual citizenship, Mexican and American. So this Friday, I'm actually gonna have to go to the consulate and get myself renew my passport. So I was looking at the airline, and I was about to put in my passport, because my passport doesn't expire till after I come back from my trip. I think it's November 13th or something like that. So I was looking at it, and it was saying, hey, you can't use a passport that expires before April of 2024. So in case you're going out and you're leaving, you're going out abroad or whatnot, just know that some countries are, especially for me, it was Italy, Venice, they ask you, like right now, that your passport can't be expired before April of next year. So I'm gonna have to go to the consulate. So I'm renewing my Mexican passport, and I want to use my Mexican passport more, because people treat you differently. So in Germany, when I went to Germany, I ended up, it was the customs line and whatnot, and there was I think 2 Americans, and then somebody else from, I can't remember where, and then I had my Mexican passport. So they ended up taking a long time on the people from here, from the United States. And then whenever I showed them my Mexican passport, they basically told me, hey, we don't really get a lot of people from your country here, welcome to Germany or whatnot. And it was like super quick. So it's just in my case, it works out best if I take my Mexican passport instead of my American passport, just because it'll be much better. I'll go through customs faster apparently in Europe. So so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get that on Friday. And they sell them, they print them that day, so you actually get it that day, so that's really good. But usually they do 2 5-year and a 10-year. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the 10-year one, which is like $194, I believe, but it's for 10 years, so that'll be totally worth it. And then I can use that dual citizenship on whatever country I go to, because I'm planning on knocking out like at least minimum 40 countries in 10 years. So we'll see how that goes, but usually I can definitely hit that number before then, but I'm just gonna have to like grind and get that number for you guys. But I'll be making videos like these in every single country that I go to, and then I'll tell you guys stuff about it. I'll talk about street photography, and I'll show you guys videos about it. But that's basically what this whole thing is, like me just doing street photography and making videos and talking to you guys about my experiences in these other countries. or cities in the United States. For those of you that haven't gone to New York City or Chicago, Seattle, places like that, Miami. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and I hope you guys have a good Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. And I'll go ahead and catch you guys tomorrow.